Pisces, welcome to your February reading. This is Crow Indigo Intuitive Tarot. We are going to do a February reading for Pisces placement Sun, Moon, Rising. It's a general reading, so if it's not resonating, it's just not your energy I'm picking up on. And I don't want you to force the fit there. Okay. We're using the Dreams of Gaia Tarot to do 3 cards. You can see that. The art is gorgeous in this deck. It's a little different than the standard tarot interpretations. So we have 3 questions, and I will be reading from the book to get the full meaning of the author's intent here on this deck, creator's intent. And the first question, I had asked on Facebook for you folks to give me some ideas, and I got kind of a mixed bag there, so we're going to do a little bit of everything this month. The first question is, what about love? And for you, this is your card. Where's my money? Second card. And I gotta get out of my own way. Where am I blocking myself? Okay, Pisces. So we have your 3 base cards. We're going to read from the book on these cards, and then we'll do some clarifying pulls on each of them. Okay, I'm going to pull them down here so you can see them there a little better. We have let me say earth, air, and earth. So the 4 of earth, because in this deck it's earth, air, fire, and water. Those are your suits. The 4 of earth, the king of air, and the queen of earth. I don't want to do equivalents to sort of standard Rider-Waite here, because that's not really how this author chooses to express things. So let's take a look at them one at a time. The 4 of earth. It's your first card. This is what about love? These will be our themes that are talking about love. 4 of earth. Keywords: commitment, stability, reliability, steady progress, endurance, perseverance, and stoicism. Key phrases: slow and steady progress, 1 step at a time, fear and doubt slow forward. Fear and doubt slow forward momentum, do not falter, rest and recharge, a good outcome ahead. Do not make hasty decisions, watch for careless errors. When the 4 of earth appears in your reading, a happy and rewarding outcome is close at hand. Remember, however, that the key to completing large or long-term projects is in making slow and steady progress. The key is to put 1 brick on top of the other, to persevere, and to continue to build even when you feel you want to give up. It is to remain stoic and positive in the face of hardship, knowing that experiencing frustration, fear, and doubt will only serve to weigh you down and slow your momentum. You have made a real and tangible progress. Do not falter now. You are close to achieving your goal or manifesting the outcome you desire most. The 4 of earth encourages you not giving up, even if weariness dogs your every move. Take a moment to look back at how far you have come and celebrate what you have achieved. Now look forward and see that you only have a few things left to accomplish. Take heart, take a moment to rest and recharge, and then continue forward with the same level of dedication. So, this is a pretty good energy, Pisces. It's just saying, slow and steady, don't give up. You've made some achievements, you've made some progress, and that's a pretty good message. And then in this case, we're talking about love. So, whatever it is that you desire most, it's on its way. You're working toward it, you've made some progress, don't forget that, and don't get too discouraged if it isn't happening yet. So in the question of money, you have the king of air. Let's see if you can get a good look at that artwork. The artwork in this deck is simply stunning. So, let's see what we have for the king of air for your question of finance. Just a second to locate it here. King of Air. Keywords: disciplined, ethical, commanding, expert, forceful, precise, rule-oriented, and respectful. Key phrases: a time for ethical behavior, no room for compromise, seek the advice of an expert, respect the rules or laws, why are you pushing boundaries, keep your judgment free of emotional impediment, don't be drawn into an argument, don't reject unsolicited advice. Interesting. So if someone is trying to give you advice financially, you shouldn't just reject it because you didn't ask for it. You should listen to that person. It sounds like you need to be a little non-emotional about your financial dealings. King of Air is a just and fair leader with a stern and commanding presence. He can be imposing and somewhat intimidating due to his formal manner, but his stern countenance is tempered by a compassion born of his spiritual belief. He's an educated man with vast knowledge. He's also a wise man who has learned from every life experience. When he speaks, everybody listens. It's also disciplined and can at times be uncompromising and rigid, as he has a very fixed belief system, cannot be corrupted or easily swayed, believes rules are made to be followed and should not be broken. Excuse me. Yet can choose to show compassion in passing his judgment, however, will not compound the wrongs by failing to bring a wrongdoer to account. When the King of Air appears in your reading, it may represent a need to seek legal counsel or financial advice. Is there a point of law or money matter that you need to have clarified, or by someone who is not emotionally invested in achieving a particular outcome? If not a matter of law or financial matter, it may be something to do with rules or regulations that have you concerned. So essentially, you may need the guidance of someone very non-emotional to help you in a financial situation. If you have questions around your finances right now, excuse me, cough is coming back. I was quite sick this week and I actually lost my voice for a while, so bear with me. Just gonna have a sip of water. What I think here, Pisces, is that if you're having some financial challenge or there's something about your finances that you're a little frustrated about, there's no cutting corners. There's no finding an easy route through. You simply have to follow the rules, and you could use the guidance of somebody who's quite good in financial matters if things are confusing for you. But there's no compromising here. And it says if you find yourself dealing with somebody who is like this King of Air, they're not usually someone who's going to change their mind, and they're not likely to be easily convinced to change their ways. They're very principled and very set in who they are and how they are. So where do you need to get out of your own way? We have the Queen of Earth here. This is a gorgeous card. You can see the artwork. Just stunning. So let's see what it has to say about the Queen of Earth, sorry. So sorry about my cough. It's really a bummer because I always look forward to doing these readings every week, and the cold doesn't make it much fun for you to listen to me sounding like that. So, all right, the Queen of Earth. Keywords: Earth Mother, pragmatic, real, kind, nurturing, abundant, fertile mind, wise. Key phrases: touch, connect, and create with your hands. Be supportive and nurturing. Seek out a motherly role model. A need for wise and honest counsel. Kindness is required. You are loved and supported. Mother, do not smother. Share the responsibilities. Queen of Earth symbolizes a real, authentic Earth Mother personality, larger than life and possesses an abundant, generous, and grounded nature. Realistic, also sees magic everywhere. She's an Earth Mother who spends a great deal of time covered in soil. It's not unknown for her to walk around oblivious to the leaves and twigs in her hair. She adores creating a warm and inviting home where all are welcome. Cooking, cleaning, gardening, these are things she loves. The epitome of kindness, she'll offer support and nurture your every endeavor. The Queen appears in your reading. She may come to ask how you see yourself. Or have you been focused on business undertakings and career that have created imbalance in your life and disconnected you from nature? Is it time for you to enjoy the benefits of being a homebody for a while? Maybe a home-cooked meal or a weekend out in the garden, instead of meetings and reports. So she may be arriving here to ask you, Pisces, if you've gotten out of balance. Have you not been spending enough time in nature? Have you not been allowing yourself to be the fundamental, supportive, nurturing part of your spirit, of your soul? Hands in the dirt and really connected to the earth. It's also possible that in this case, it's a reminder to you that although you are by nature nurturing and supportive of others, you need also to be nurturing and supportive of yourself. Are you being blocked from moving forward with things that matter to you, projects that matter to you, connections that matter to you, by the fact that you're not actually taking very good care of yourself? That's sort of the sense I get here. This Earth Mother energy, not to get too much into equivalence, because like I said, I don't want to do that. That's not what the author chose to do with their deck. But you may think, just for terms of convenience, of kind of a Queen of Pentacles or an Empress energy here. This sort of very, bringing forth creation and life energy that's being blocked in you. You're not able to bring forth the things that are meant to be created by you right now because you're out of balance, is what Spirit is saying. So let's see if we have a little bit more guidance for you on any of these things. For that Four of Earth here, where you know that you're making progress, but you need to be patient. In love, things are moving at the pace they're meant to move at. It's a little slower than you'd prefer. Let's see what we have for clarity here. It's a very pure love. The Page of Cups is a very, very innocent, sort of unconditional love. It's very sweet and wonderful. It's the kind of love you'd feel for an animal or a child. But in this context, it's the most beautiful kind of untainted love. And so it may be worth waiting for to have something like that, don't you think? Just a really, really lovely feeling there. We have the Six of Pentacles coming out next here as a clarifier on this slow-moving love. Six of Pentacles is a very generous energy. It's sharing your time and your resources, your skills with others. There may be some aspect of this love that you're waiting on. Oh, pardon me, that's my package delivery notification. I meant to turn that off. My apologies. One sec. So there may be some aspect of this slow-moving love that has to do with you sharing, you know, in the meantime, while you're waiting for things to move along. You can share your skills, your time, your attention with people that need help from you. Or maybe that's all you can share right now with the person that you long for, is some sort of professional connection, or some, you know, there's something about you sharing what you have to share. I meant to take one more card for clarifier, but two fell out, so we'll take them both. The Two of Cups is about, this is sort of a soulmate connection, standardly, is how I read this. And that's quite a nice thing to get in your love category. Certainly worth waiting for, that type of connection. And the Page of Swords is this sort of truth involved here. It's a very honest message, the deep meaning of things. Not everyone reads the same way. This is my intuitive interpretation here. So you don't really like that you're having to wait on love right now, but you are seeing that what you're doing is the right thing. The progress that you're making is moving just the way it's meant to. It's just a very unconditional soulmate kind of connection that you're longing for, and that is coming for you, coming toward you. But the truth underneath everything is there, whether you're seeing it clearly or not right now, is, I guess, the best way I can say that. And that in the interim, while you're waiting, the best thing to do is to share your gifts with others in the way that you can. So in the section around money, we said you might need the help of someone very unbiased and very good at being non-emotional about these matters. Let's see what else we have here for you on that front. Ten of Wands. So it seems like money might be a bit of a burden right now. It might be a big responsibility. So that doesn't mean, that could go either way, right? You could have a lot of it and not quite know how to manage it, in which case you could use the guidance of this King of Air type energy to help you understand how that works. How do you manage a lot of money? If you don't know, if you've never had to, working with an expert might be a nice thing to do. And if you don't have enough of it, working with an expert might be a nice thing to do to help you figure out how to carry that burden of debt. You have this Inner Strength card coming up next. This is just a really solid resolve within you to make progress in this area. You have the strength, the reserves, even though you sometimes don't feel like you do, to reach a positive resolution here. So I don't see a real problem here for you, Pisces, with regard to money. It seems like maybe it's just something you need a little bit of expert advice around. And justice. Things are balancing out for you here in the realm of finance. Things are turning in a positive direction, where you have made honest effort, where you've been working hard. You are starting to see an improvement in that situation. So, where you need to get out of your own way with that Queen of Earth. What do we have there, Spirit? What does Pisces need to know further with regard to that Queen of Earth energy? There's a Queen of Wands. So you need, we were talking about needing a little bit better balance, maybe needing to get back into a space where you're able to nurture yourself, you're able to support yourself emotionally. And that Queen of Wands tells me that maybe there is an aspect of this that has to do with creativity. You are needing to make some space in your life to create, to write, to draw, to paint, whatever it is that you really like to do, to express yourself creatively. Baking, maybe, I don't know, anything really. creating something new, writing a novel, painting a work of art, creating a piece of music even. And there is something about a new connection or a resurgence of feeling in an existing relationship that will help you there to unlock that creativity, which would then help you to nurture yourself. And we have the Eight of Wands coming out in reverse. So it looks like this is a slower process than you would prefer. This healing yourself, this finding your way back to balance, this situation where you are learning how to take care of yourself again. Could go a little slower than you'd like. You need to be open to connecting with others, I think, in order to tap into your creativity and your ability to nurture yourself. You may have been in hermit mode a little too long, perhaps, but yeah, I think it's not a bad view. I think overall, I see someone who has made progress in love, who's made progress in finances, who has a lot of support for getting a better balance back in your life. You just have to be a little patient, perhaps, because things are not moving as quickly as you would like. But this is wonderful energy over here. There's lots of possibilities, lots of potential, and I really feel kind of energetically that the problem financially pretty soon is going to be that you have too much of it, and that you need some professional guidance on how to deal with that situation, because that may be a new situation for you. I'm going to take one oracle card, Oracle of Mystical Moments, for you to finish off part B. And you have Abracadabra, number 34. Oh, you can see her. It's a little dark. Pretty cool card. I'm going to read to you out of the book. 34. Abracadabra. Magic, secrets, patterns, destiny. Rising from a kingdom of skyscrapers, a giant woman glows in the cityscape. She's so tall she can touch the stars all around her. With her magic wand, she coaxes the future from the constellations. There is such order in the universe, in the golden ratio of the nautilus shell, or patterns in the starry night. We can unlock the secrets of the universe. We are all magicians in our own lives. Wow. So it's saying, you hold the key. What is it you want? Whatever it is that you want, you can have it. Because we all create our lives. So that's something to think about this month in February for you Pisces. Where do you need to shift and adjust in order to create, because you choose what you want your life to be. And when you do, every choice you make is taking you where you ultimately want to be, or believe that you're meant to be. So believe better things, right? That's what I see. I hope you have a great February. Thanks so much for your support of the channel, all the likes, shares, and subscribes. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. I'm going to work on my health so that I sound better on our next video. And as I've said in the past videos, I'm really trying to adjust to my new space, and this is not the right setup, but I will get there. I promise you. So thanks again for sharing this time with me. It's always an honor to read for you, and I will see you next time. Blessings.